when it just makes sense. It's your red-pilled brown girl searching for the truth. It's your red-pilled brown girl when it just makes sense. It's your red-pilled brown girl getting to the truth. It's your red-pilled brown girl. Yeah.
Instagram. Hey YouTube, my YouTube family, my A1, my day ones, you guys. It is so good to see you guys. It is Thursday. And we got a lot to talk about because these people, they keep trying us. They keep trying us. You know, like, I love my country. I am such a patriot. I was born here, but, I can also sense the side of the people who weren't born here because my mom's an immigrant. She migrated here from a country that, from Trinidad, and she, like West Indians, we been, illegal here, I'll overstay our visas and all kind of foolishness, right? Trinidadians. But eventually you show your loyalty. You're not sending money back home to Trinidad. You show your loyalty to, to America. You get a job here. You work. You take care of your kids. You take care of your family. A lot of them have like old school values. They was not out here begging nobody to do nothing for them. So I understand like the whole migration, the people who are coming here, nobody asked them to come here, you guys. Like, no one asked them, no one asked them to come here. But at the same time, they were lured here with the promise of favors, with the promise of things. Hey, we'll give you these things. And I just kind of feel like it's a little unfair, because they don't deserve that. You go in and saying like they don't deserve to be abandoned. They shouldn't have come here. Like, had we had the Remain in Mexico policy that President Trump put in place, if we enforce some of the laws that are on the books, we wouldn't have this issue. But here we are, guys. Here we are. And it's just getting out of hand. And I hate to say, the left, they will never say President Trump was right, but he was right. And it is affecting Americans. And you guys, like, if you have any kind of allegiance to this country, you do not want to see it go down like this. I mean, like, I'm sitting up here and I'm watching these illegals, and I showed the video yesterday. Maybe my Instagram people, they didn't get a chance to see it, but like, y'all, they are like protesting and saying, oh, you're not giving us money, you're not giving us job. Like, they are protesting. And then not only, I think the irritating thing for me with the whole protest to you guys is that they're not like protesting saying that they're protesting because they're black. Like, black immigrants descend on Washington. First of all, hold on, what? I don't even like to get into that whole color, that whole race thing. And, you're American. So you gonna bring that crap over here? Like, if you come over here with skills, look at all the Africans. Ain't nobody blacker than the Africans, okay? Like, but when the Africans come over here, what do they come over here to do? They come over, they come over with a nursing degree. They come over here with with their doctor. They come over here with skills. They ain't asking you to do anything. They're making the country a better place. But then you're coming over here and demanding what kind of job? Like, what kind of job? You don't like to be stereotyped, but if you don't get to apple picking, If you don't get to cherry picking, if you don't get to strawberry, I think it's about to be strawberry season, because these are all the things that the people who lured you here said that y'all do. Y'all clean houses. That's what y'all do. Y'all do lawns. Y'all do outside work. That's the people who lured you here said that you guys do the jobs Americans don't want. So get to doing them. What you want a visa for? You don't need a visa for that. You don't. Hello? You trying to get good government jobs. You trying to get jobs at banks. You trying to get the things that Americans all are trying to get as well. And we did not bring you here to compete with us. Sorry. It's just the truth. So now they're coming over here and they're saying, oh, you're denying me my rights. You guys have got to see this clip. This is crazy. The audacity. Hold on. You guys got to see it. Oh, Okay, if you are on Instagram, you're going to see it. Or if you're on X, you're going to see it on the back screen out here. But check this out.
Ken Tarnal, a migrant from Venezuela also living at the shelter, was arrested Tuesday for disorderly conduct.
There's a guy over unruly. He's getting very violent with everybody. He's throwing stuff at everybody.
It happened after a dispute between migrants and staff. Police body cam video shows Arnal pulling away from officers and this woman blocking the police car door. Police say at one point she attempted to strike officers. She too was arrested. Arnal says he acted out because he's fed up with his rights being violated.
They enter our rooms without knocking. They enter, search through our personal belongings when we aren't there.
Are you y'all? I can't make this up. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. They are going through our belongings and going through our room. First of all, can any American testify? Come on, somebody testify. Any American that is renting a house, like you paying your money to rent that house, right? You paying your money to rent that house. Any American can tell you they search through your stuff. They make sure there's no contraband. They do all of this and they do all of that at any time that they want, right? If you've ever been in a shelter, God forbid that's ever been you. 833-562. Hold on. God forbid that's ever been you. They have the right, if you are on their premises. Lord Jesus, when we go to any kind of state building, they have the right to go through your things. Like, they go through your things all the time, right? So the fact that he is sitting up there complaining and saying, oh my God, they're going through my stuff. They're not treating me right. They're the utter audacity of these people. The audacity of them. Like, and then the liberals, like, unfortunately, people who are Democrat, like, are catering to this mess. Y'all don't even do this. Y'all are taking away the rights of American people. Y'all don't defend American people like this, and you're defending this behavior. Oh my God. Like, it makes me so disheartening that we, like, hate our people like that. Hey, Blank Rag, what's up? How are you? I know. Good afternoon. Oh my God. Like the fact that we hate our people like that is just so disheartening, you guys. And we cannot continue as a country like that. We can't continue as a nation like that. Y'all, we got to get it together. I know I say that all the time. I think I need to make a t-shirt that says, we got to get it together. Get it together. Get it together. So when you're thinking about this migrant situation, you're like, okay, I understand and you're compassionate. But there are laws that are already on the books, you guys. Like, if somebody is saying, oh my God, I need your help. And I'm like, okay, and they break into my house, I'm not obligated to help them anymore. Like, I'm like, hold on, you violated. Find somebody else to go help you because I'm not helping you anymore. So there is a law that is on the books currently right now in the United States of America that if you come here illegally, you are no longer eligible for asylum. And I think that we need to start reinforcing that. We have to enforce that because, like, these people are coming over here saying that they're seeking asylum and then getting benefits that they don't deserve, but they came over illegally. Like, it's not right. And then the people who are coming over here legally are trying to stay in line, trying to do the right thing, trying to, let me follow the rules. And they're getting completely screwed up. Now, I feel bad for those people who are coming legally. But at this point, y'all, I want everybody gone. I want everybody gone. Everybody got to go. You remember Martin? Get out. Get out. Like, I am at a Martin moment in my life with this illegal alien situation. Everybody got to go because it's just out of hand. And then we will call you. Matter of fact, we'll take a list of people as we're sending you back. And if you have skills that we need and desire or want, and you haven't committed any crimes, then we will call you back and we will research a case. But at this point, mass deportation. That's what we need, you guys. It's completely out of control. Will it happen? I don't know. I hope President Trump is in office and he can do that. But you guys, this is just crazy right now. Like, at this point, it's like somebody's got to do something. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, and it's going to take drastic action. So, moving right along. Search his office. Moving right along from the illegals. I titled this, "These Liberals Hate Us." They do, y'all. They don't like us. And it's fine, because I don't like them neither. I don't like them neither. When you are getting in between me and the future of my kids, we got beef. I'm telling you, we got beef. So I'm trying to get the comments, you guys. Hold on. I'm trying to get the comments. I'm not getting no comments. Anyway. I only see my blank reg. What's up, babe? Okay. So, one of the things that has been popping up lately, I saw it post, and there was this black girl talking about Project 2025. Y'all, I am not doing this race stuff again this year. Can I get an amen to somebody who says that we are not going back to 2020? We're not doing this race foolishness. It seemed like it was calming down. Now it's an election year. Y'all want to try to start bringing it back up, and then you're gonna have to stop being friends with your cool white person. Your cool white neighbor is gonna get all tension, and then he or she is start gonna get all weird. I don't want to go back to 2020. It was bad enough that it was a pandemic, but now putting race stuff in it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Can we say that we're not doing it? So I saw somebody post, and she was posting about Project 2025. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but basically it's the conservative manifesto, so to speak, and it says, hey, how they are going to guide the future. And they've basically said that it's going to be a white national future. Watch what she says as she describes the Project 2025. Let me put this on the back, you guys, so y'all can see. But you got, like, everything got to be about
Glad
race.
you brought
Check
up
this.
Project 2025. Most Americans do not know what this is. And it's a almost 1,000-page behemoth manifesto of the fascist wet dreams of Donald Trump and MAGA world, and all of those people who he's surrounding himself with that have been in the fringe corners of conservative right-wing think tanks and these fringe organizations that were never given mainstream consideration in the Republican Party are now front and center. Over 100 groups contributed to this thing, and it goes through basically dismantling the entire federal government as we know it, and in implementing these really concerning extremist right-wing, I would say fascist, and I don't use that in lightly. I'm not being hyperbolic here.
Y'all, did y'all hear what she said? So when people show you who they are, believe them. She says that this right-wing manifesto goes through dismantling, not black folks, right? Because they hate black folks according to you. Dismantling, not church, not other religions, dismantling the federal government. I have a question for you. If Donald Trump becomes president, what will he be part of? Ding, ding, ding. You got that in? I knew y'all knew. The federal government. I've never seen a fascist, or I've never seen somebody who's right wing try to give themselves less power. Less power. They keep saying Donald Trump is going to dismantle the federal government. I hope he does. Because I'm telling you, some of these things are useless, and it's hurting the American taxpayer. It's hurting the American worker, and it is hurting the students. So they are starting this race stuff like what he's doing is racist. You guys, there is nothing in this world that's going to help us more than the federal government doing their freaking job. Do your job. Do the military. We don't need you to educate our children. I'm sorry. We need you to protect our You remember the submarines? You remember we said we don't have no submarines? Why aren't y'all doing that? Why aren't y'all building submarines? You trying to educate children. We don't need the federal government. We don't need the federal Department of Education. We do not need that stuff. That money will then now shift to the states. So your taxpayer dollars, instead of funding something that does not work, will now go to your state and your local government, and you can hold your local government, who you can touch, who you can feel, you can hold them accountable. And then the federal government can do its job, like defense, like the budget, like trade, like all the things that are destroying our lives, you guys. Because they are neglected, and all the funds are going to these programs that should be locally. That's the same thing with abortion. Like, the federal government should not be regulating abortion. If you want to live in a state that allows people to kill their baby, then move right on. But if a state has Christian values and doesn't want to do that, then they can choose to do that as well. We don't need the federal government getting paid with our tax dollars to regulate that. So you guys, don't be manipulated. That woman is beautiful. I would never say anything about her. And she seems really convincing. But what she's saying, it's just a flat out freaking lie. And it's a provable lie. The same person who does that is Joy Reid.
Republicans have grand visions of what 21st century America should look like. And when you hear about it, you'll realize it sounds a lot like 19th century America, without all the pesky income taxes, regulations, labor rights, civil rights, especially women's rights. The men over at the Heritage Foundation, a wealthy right-wing think tank swarming with former Trump administration officials, have published a very detailed plan for the next Republican president. In the section on abortion, you get a good sense of what's coming for us. Aside from ostracizing single women, renaming HHS the Department of Life, and implementing a federal ban on abortion, they also want to ban mifepristone, ban stem cell research, implement a White House task force on pro-life issues.
Okay, so we have already determined that is not true, okay? Donald Trump came out, and I don't agree with this, but he came out and said that there would not be a federal ban on abortion. He's basically saying, give it back to the states. Let the states do what they want to do, and then let us do our job, okay? Then it says install, like he already said that, so that's just not true, you guys. And if it is, we can hold him accountable. But he came out and said, that is not true. I'm not going to do a federal ban on abortion. You guys feel free to suck your baby out of your body if you want to. If you want to do it in California, all you want to. However, here, if we're in a Bible Belt state, or if we are in a Christian nation, a Christian state, or we're supposed to be a Christian nation, we're not going to participate in that. That seems fairly simple. Let's go.
Add more work requirements to Medicaid, cancel Head Start for kids, and expand access to fertility awareness family planning methods.
Okay. You guys, y'all have to understand that this is to manipulate you. I'm going to read to you exactly what it says about Head Start for kids. You guys, this, and you can Google it. You can go find it wherever you want to. The federal Head Start for kids is a disaster, y'all. First of all, anything that the federal government does is a disaster because they won't figure out what their job is. They can't figure out your job is to do the border. Your job is to do protection and the military. Your job is not to Head Start the kids. Okay, like it's just not. Anyway. So Project 2025 specifically states, eliminate the Head Start program. Head Start, originally established and funded to support low-income families, is fraught with scandal and abuse. That's the truth. If you go to any of your local Head Starts, you guys, y'all will be able to verify this. With a budget of more than $11 billion. So Head Start, which is a free program, you got to pay $1,200 a week for your child to go to daycare, but they got a federal budget of $11 billion. The program should function to protect and educate minors. Sadly, it has done the exact opposite. In fact, approximately 1 in 4 grant recipients had indictments in which children were abused, left unsupervised, or released to an unauthorized person between October 2015 and May of 2020. Research has demonstrated that federal Head Start centers, which provide preschool care to children from low-income families, have little to no long-term academic value for children. Given its unaddressed crisis of rampant abuse and lack of positive outcomes, this program should be eliminated along with the entire Office of Health Services, or OHS, Office of Head Start, OHS. At the very least, the program's COVID-19 vaccine and mask requirements should be rescinded. Okay, that is the statement in Project 2025, you guys. That should make you upset. If you are pouring $11 billion into something, let's talk about it. $11 billion into something. They have a budget of $11 billion, and the low-income kids is still out here robbing you when they get to 8th grade. Then it's time to reevaluate the program. Don't you think? Don't you think? They're robbing you. After you done spent $11 billion to educate them, they still robbing you. So yes. They want to get rid of the federal department of Head Start, so it's a federal department, and put that money back into the states. I can guarantee you that your state can do something with that $11 billion. Well, divided by 50 states. And these people are just so manipulative, and these people just lie straight in your face that you're sitting here and you're like, oh, I don't want to get rid of Head Start. Anything that's costing you $20 that's not working for you, you want to get rid of. So imagine it's costing the American taxpayer $11 billion, and they think that they should still be in play? Like, you guys know. But they say
Republicans
these
have
things
grand
because
visions of what 21st century America should look like.
They are almost guaranteed that we're not going to research it. Check this out.
Proposals, including restricting transgender rights, including banning gender-affirming surgery, because he referred to it as child mutilation. His rhetoric escalated further as he declared, quote, no one will be touching the cross of Christ under the Trump administration. In a bizarre comparison, Trump also likened his legal troubles to the crucifixion of Christ. Gesturing as if he were on a cross, he stated, I take all these arrows for you. I'm being indicted for you. Trump's speech on Thursday echoed the blueprint outlined by Project 2025, which is a multi-million-dollar effort by Trump's allies aimed specifically at overhauling key government agencies in a potential...
Do you guys hear that?
Proposals, including restricting transgender rights, including banning gender-affirming surgery, because he referred to it as child mutilation. His rhetoric.
It is child mutilation. I'm sorry. Gender affirming care for a child that is under the age of 18 is child mutilation. Asking a 15 or a 12-year-old to cut off her breast because she feels like she's a boy is child mutilation. Telling a gentleman that he can delay his puberty and take puberty blockers until he decides that he actually fully wants to be a man or a woman is child mutilation. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just the truth. There's a whole reversal of this trans movement in Europe that's happening now, where trans children were, like manipulated into becoming the opposite sex, and now they're coming back and saying you ruined our lives. Young men who might have hung out with girls and may have been feminine or whatever can't even use their parts effectively. The surgeries or the puberty blockers have caused them to have irregular sex. They can't enjoy sex. They can't, like, all of these things. And you're you're giving these kids a life sentence in the name of what? So the Project 2025, yes, it is saying that federally we have to get back in alignment. And that's the truth. The federal government has gotten so far, like, deep into what's going on. The Federal Department of Education is a travesty, you guys. We are basically doubly paying for the federal government to demand that things be done in the classrooms, and then the local schools are held to that standard. And that standard doesn't work for every single person, every single culture. What they do in Colorado, where it's a different kind of mountain country, are different skills that are needed in Baltimore. So it should not be a federal thing. That is the truth. You guys, they are lying to you. They're saying, oh, they need to dismantle. They are saying they need to dismantle the Federal Department of Education because the local school system should be handling it. And the federal government did its job, which is to protect its citizens, protect its borders, to regulate trade, then this is a not like if like this is a non like if you look at the Constitution, this is what it says. And so all the Project 2025 is trying to do is get back to that. And we desperately need to get back to that, you guys. Desperately. Because whatever we doing ain't working. Exactly, Blank Rag. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave them alone. It's not your children. I remember when y'all President Joe Biden was like, oh, it's everybody's kid. No, it's not. It's my child. I stay up at night with them. I help them when they're getting sick. I pay their bills. It is my child. It's not your child. That's the only reason people have kids. If I'm going to have kids and give it to the government, I'm not going to do all that I'm doing for my children. Y'all, this is foolishness. Speaking of children and leaving the kids alone, I'm so glad you brought that up, Blank Reg. Look at this foolishness, y'all. Look at this. This is...
I'm Gulliver, and this is Emmett. Hey!
Oh, hi. I'm Barry.
Oh, hey! We are so excited you're here. We could use another dog.
No, actually, I like to play with yarn. Yeah, or I like to clean my paws like this.
Y'all, let me give y'all some. This is in a 4th grade class in Georgia. 4th grade. 4th grade, you are in cartoon, puppet, innocent form. Got the little dog who they say, hey, we could use another dog. Oh, I don't identify as a dog. I play with yarn and I clean my paws like this. WTF. Keep watching.
Or we could practice purring like this.
The dog wants to purr.
Miss Madison?
Oh, hey, Gulliver, you're back. Did you find Barry?
Yeah. We've got to talk.
He seems like a nice guy.
Oh, great guy, great guy. He thinks he's a cat.
He thinks he's a cat.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not weird,
It's
just
not
different.
weird. No, Gulliver. Gulliver is right. And look, they got some liberal. They're going to use these liberal women, black and white. They're going to use them to say, it's not weird that the dog wants to purr like a cat. That's not weird at all. Newsflash, no dog is out here purring like a cat. Only people that do that are human beings that have the right or the cognition that God has blessed us with to go against his will. There are no purring dogs. Sorry. You can make it up, Miss liberal lady, white liberal lady. It ain't happening. She said, oh, it's not weird. Yes, it is. It's weird. Go ahead, Gulliver. Keep preaching.
I couldn't ask Barry to change who he is. That would make him really sad. Gulliver, accepting people for who they are is a very important skill. We accept you for who you are.
That's different. I'm a dog who acts like a dog.
Exactly.
That's normal.
Period. Gulliver is preaching, y'all. I'm a dog who acts like a dog. That's normal. Can we get back to normal? Can we get back to just telling the truth, you guys? Can we get back to just, it's normal. I'm a girl who acts like a girl. I like boys. I want to lose a few pounds. That's normal. Not Lizzo sitting there saying I'm 450 pounds and I'm happy. It's just not normal. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with being a little chunky, but to say I'm chunky and I love being 450 pounds. I just love it. It's not normal. Sorry, it's not. I'm a guy who likes girls. I'm a guy who wants a nice car. I'm a guy who wants to make a lot of money. Those are normal things. And we have made it misogynistic. You're this, you're that. You're a bad person. Y'all, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It is normal. There is a such thing as normal. It is. Gulliver knew what he was talking about. He was like, I'm a dog who acts like a dog. Y'all, I can only hope that my children are doing what I tell them to do and just be obnoxious. And they see that commercial and they say, well, it is normal. My mom says that boys who want to be girls are crazy. My daughter would tell you, y'all, I'm telling you, my daughter would look you in your face and say, you are weird. My mom said that that's not normal. Because her mom loves her and is going to tell her the truth. Period. Sorry. Don't care if you don't like it. It is what it is. Anywho, y'all, we have got to do better as a country. We got to do better as a nation. You guys, I only share these things with you so you can kind of keep abreast. We can't keep sticking our head in the sand. We have to save our country. We can't fall for this race stuff, this transgender stuff. We cannot be doing it. It's and if we have a person who is saying, hey, we're going to get you back in alignment, then we need to appreciate that because we desperately need it. We desperately need it. Okay, you guys. So tonight, DM me or send me a message. Send me a message if you want to be a part of the Talk Politics tonight We're going to be talking about abortion. You guys, this is not for pro-choice people. It's not. Don't get on that Zoom and start getting on my nerves, telling me it's a clump of cells. Like, this ain't for you. There's plenty of stuff that's trying to indoctrinate you into not killing your baby. These are for conservatives who believe in the sanctity of life, but maybe hasn't been able to articulate it to their pro-choice friends, to their pro-choice family. You guys, we have to get on script, and we have to say clearly and state very clearly what we believe and why we believe it. So you guys, talk politics, abortion, you got to be on that, because we got to talk about it, and I got to equip you. I got to tell you what to say, how to say it, why we say it this way. Because we're losing this fight and we're losing this battle. I just had the conversation with somebody who's near and dear to my heart, and she was just like, if you want to kill your baby, fine, that's you. It's your body. And you guys, I was able to disarm her and talk her through what it meant. And she was like, oh, okay. And guess what she said at the end of our conversation? She said, well, then take the baby down to the police station. So you guys, there's a way to get to these people who don't quite understand the effects of abortion and how it's hurting us and hurting our nation. We've got to get on script. I'm going to help you do that. Register for this training. I'll send you the Zoom. If you come on there and you start trying to question me about, whether it's a baby or not, I'm bored by that conversation. I'm not interested in that conversation, and I'm going to ignore you and block you, period. Like, I'm not interested. Like, we all know it's a baby. You can say whatever you want. We've seen the pictures. We've seen the pictures. If you want to tell yourself it's not a baby, then you go right ahead in your delusion. Tell yourself that a man is a woman or a woman is a man. Y'all go in those delusions. We're not doing that. What I am trying to do is reach conservatives who need to know what's the best way to get through to this conversation and disarm these people. You guys, we can do this. We can do this. We have got to change the narrative, change the conversation. I'm here to help you do that. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys Monday. I take Fridays off. Unless something pops off on Friday, then I'll jump on. But in the meantime, in between time, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. It was so great talking to you. Peace.
When it just makes sense, it's your red-pilled brown girl searching for the truth. It's your red-pilled brown girl. When it just makes sense, it's your red-pilled brown girl. Get into the truth. It's your red-pilled